anything that gets the juices flowing, like a rivalry game. And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bulldogs offense will have the football first. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Quarterback on the keeper. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Mississippi State going up tempo.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
And the Bulldogs will line it up on 1st and 10.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively?
Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. They'll try to snap it quickly.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
He'll pull it on the read. Past the first down marker and still running. Couldn't quite get it into the end zone. He goes out of bounds at the 3, but they are in business. Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Mississippi State does. They'll try to get it in with the run. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Off the play fake on 1st down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And you just got to wonder if the pass rush affected the QB's accuracy on that throw. He had his guy wide open in the end zone, but he had to throw a split second faster than he wanted to, and the ball got away from him.
Running back looking for the end zone to the left. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Back to throw, it's Croman Hope. Caught over the middle, it's Gore. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. It's good, easy call for the ref. And the first point of the day come on that field goal.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today. playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
So Alabama's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag. Running back position, David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, and I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Got the first down and more. There he goes. Touchdown, Alabama! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Offense in a split backfield. He'll do it himself. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Mississippi State right back to the line.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
Sports across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5. To the air, it's Coleman Hope. Hauls it in, and he's still running after the move. Spaces. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. We've had some early scores. They get the ball back, trailing by a field goal, 10-7. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, the running back has it. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. If you're going to play Bama tough, you're going to find out really early if you can handle the running game.
They're going to check your chin. I mean, they're going to come in and they're going to give you a steady diet of it. Even when they've had great quarterback play and spread the ball out, it's still a physical principle. They're going to make you stop the run. If you can't stop it, it can be a long game.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Finds his man. It's Hale. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could...
Intercepted deep in his own end. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. Off the play fake. Grab near the marker. It's Williams. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Mississippi State going up tempo. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Dropping back, it's Coleman Hope. Takes the easy throw in the flat. They're dealing with a second and long. Now the play fake. Here comes the heat. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Using the quick game. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on third down. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely center cut. The lead is 6 in the first. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. He's looking to throw. Dumps it off in the flats. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Turning it on. Touchdown, Bama! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Big play starts with the quarterback making the right decision, getting the defense to come to him, pitching the football, and Jesse, the running back, catches it and does the rest.
He does, and he also had good blocking downfield, too. Some of those receivers outside helping him out, but, man, with his speed when he's on the perimeter, the options executed that well, it is virtually impossible to stop.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. This has all the makings of a high-scoring game. They've got it back, trailing 14-13. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at at the line of scrimmage. The Bulldogs will hustle to the line.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense win.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Back to throw, it's Croman Hope. Quick completion on the out route. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the ground with the back. At midfield, he's got room. Wide open on the right. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line. Mississippi State lines up with a first and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Bulldogs. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Finds a little space. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. Top 5 up to this point is really good. It's staying there as we get closer to the playoff. It becomes a huge challenge.
They just need to focus on winning right now. They're in position as a top 5 team to reach the college football playoff, but you've got to keep winning. And that's got to be the mindset. And coming into today, they have to bring their A game to the field.
And we're still in the middle of the season, so there's so many ways to still make a good impression for this squad, and we still have conference championships for some. We have great matchups that will decide, just like we've seen in past years, right? Comes down the stretch, who's playing the best.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, 4th down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Unloads it left. It's complete. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
I just love the job this offensive line is doing in this game, communicating pre-snap. They know where the pass rush is coming from, and they're working their single and double teams and not giving up any ground. Just look how clean that pocket was for the quarterback to throw from.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He wants to change this route. Back to throw, it's Russell. He's got an open man. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Every good quarterback is first a game manager. At Alabama, that used to be sort of a label of derision, but now they're not only that, they're playmakers.
Yeah, and it's what they used to ask them to do. Like they were very comfortable handing the ball off, running the ball, controlling the clock. trying to keep your defense fresh? Nah, bro. If you can't score points now, if you can't get first downs and go get me touchdowns, you're not going to be on the field.
Wants to fire on second down. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
I think the quarterback at this point just needs to settle down. We saw the interception earlier in the game, and all of a sudden on that throw, just really bad fundamentals. The quarterback just needs to settle himself.
Touchdown time! Great job out of the back on the option. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And the extra point puts them on top by 1. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Ohio State is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners like Eddie George and Archie Griffin in the pantheon of greats in Columbus. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Michigan State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Makes the catch. It's Gore. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Bulldogs headed quickly to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to force that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
Man, that's an impressive play. This dude is so dominant. And I'll tell you, we don't have enough time in this broadcast to list off all the great Alabama D-linemen, especially in recent years. That play right there, that reminds me of the guy I played against back in the day, Cornelius Griffin, playing on the inside of Alabama's defensive line. You knew every single time you dropped back, you were going to have that guy in your lap. He was always pushing the pocket, and he was always collapsing it with his speed and athleticism and his first step. That last play right there reminds me of some of these great players we've seen in the Crimson Tide D-line here in recent years.
Field goal is good. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Really nice run there. Now, listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They've always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Makes the grab. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go. Hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit. Sure that he got the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a...
Touchdown, Crimson Tide! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
And the offense doing a nice job mixing the option play on that drive. They're able to get the defense outflanked. Nice decision by the QB, pitching it outside wide, and the running back using his speed.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, Dave. It'd be interesting to see what happens here on the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're...
Oh, he's got some space. Made a defender miss. A big play gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bulldogs, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They're going to go right back to him on first down. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Croman Hope. Finds his man, it's Gore. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line. On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense, it brings up a fourth down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He navigates some traffic, steps out of bounds at the 27 as this offense tries to get something going. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Going to the ground. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Looking to throw on first down. Going for the big play. He's got it inside the 30. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. The Tide with the 1st and 10. The inside handoff. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked. Good run and a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This offense has been running wild in the first half, but wait, they want more before they go to the locker room. Wants to throw. It's Russell. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody over. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And it's such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. He'll will settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Here comes that Alabama offense. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Rush is on him. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
And as an offense, you've got such a special talent playing QB. You've got to do a better job protecting him. If you can let this guy set his feet, he can light this defense up.
Quarterback gets the first down. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Back to pass, it's Russell. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Lets it fly. Got the tight end outside. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
And this guy has been so important to this defense, the way he plays on the back end. Top 10 in the nation in interceptions. He just has a feel and reads the quarterback's eyes. He almost picked that last one.
He gets down to the 25 before going out of bounds. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. Catch in the middle. It's Meadows. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Got his man out of the backfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bama! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point is good. The lead is 19. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Using his legs, it's Clark. He breaks a tackle. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together, and a fun first half between these rivals. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Mississippi State has it teed up, ready to go here in the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Now he's going to break the pocket. Got out of trouble and throws. And the pass is broken up, incomplete. But wait, there's more. Flag on the field, and it might be against the offense. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line getting set on 2nd down. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Wide open downfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
They'll send the back in motion. Makes his man miss. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. 3rd and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff. Dropping back, it's Russell. Makes the catch. Touchdown time! And the pummeling has started. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Running to the left. Oh, he's got a chance. Makes it past the marker. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bulldogs just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Connection to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. The give from the gun. Spins away from the defense. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
And that's the problem with blitzing on defense. You live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. Defense dialed up the pressure, but the offense had a better play call. They ran it away from the blitz, and that's why they were able to be successful.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy... Good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Now facing a 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Croman Hope. Got him downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. The RPO, fire complete to the left. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Grabbed behind the line, it's West. Touchdown, Mississippi State. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And he makes the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Ohio State is running away with things, and I'm not sure even Bucky saw this coming today from this offense. They're up by 18 over Michigan State. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try the run. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the 1st down.
They're going to ride this running back. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a 1st down.
Well, right away after picking up the 1st down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on 1st down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Hand off from the shotgun. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the route is on. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gore. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
I think one of the most undervalued assets in good quarterback play is the play-action game. Making the run fake honestly and truthfully looking like run. You're fooling the defense, and then you're just making it easier on yourself because you're giving yourself bigger lanes to throw the football in.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback can go in the other direction.
From the gun, running back gets the give. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Off play action on first down. With the catch, it's West. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed, they can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
How nice is it as a play caller when you've got a running back as good as this guy, right? I mean, you can just dial up conservative run calls. Nothing has to be too tricky, too fancy. You just know he's going to go make good things happen. Even when it's not blocked properly, he is still finding ways to rip off long runs. This guy now has over 150 yards rushing in the game. Doesn't look like he's slowing down, guys.
Starts with a second down play. To throw, it's Croman Hope. Catch in the middle, it's West. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
I think moving forward on third down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. Start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys. They've got way too much speed, and you saw it right there.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Fires into the end zone. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on fourth down. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. The hand to the running back. Plows through the defense. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
Yeah, and he's shown you a little bit of everything today. Shows you why he's a really good back, and the line's paved some holes, and he's right at 99 yards. And the way this game's going with the lead, he's going to get a few more touches, break that century mark, and when you do, you have a great chance of winning football games.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting the guy to make a few dudes miss in order to go pick up that first down. I think you need to start being a bit more aggressive here when these third downs present themselves.
QB draw. Hard running there. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win. He picks up the big first down and keeps the clock moving.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. He'll keep it himself. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
Got it behind the line. It's Williams. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. The Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The option look. Runs through the tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw. It's Coleman Hope. Going over the top. He's got it down the right side. He's loose. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Mississippi State. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Here comes that Alabama offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Motion from the wide receiver. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He has the first and still on his feet. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
The give to the back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. The run from the shotgun. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll run it out of the shotgun. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Power ahead. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
Touchdown, Alabama! And the punishment has been extended. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. I think we can just about blow the candles out on this one. It's all over.
No doubt, it's over. But you know what, Reese? These stats aren't over. They count for postseason awards. So I'm all for piling on the stats, running up the score, offense, get the stats.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Looking to pass. It's Croman Hope. It's complete to the right.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
A strike downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. To the air on first down. That's reeled in. It's Williams. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Back to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Wait till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. You're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely